Welcome to my channel. The Boeing 747, a name that evokes awe and admiration, has long stood as a symbol of power, elegance, and aviation innovation. Among the many airlines that operated this iconic aircraft, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines carved out a unique chapter in aviation history. KLM, the oldest airline still operating under its original name, first welcomed the Boeing 747 into its fleet in 1971. From that moment on, the majestic Queen of the Skies became deeply intertwined with the airline's identity, serving as a workhorse and a flag bearer for international travel. When KLM introduced the 747-200, it wasn't just adopting a new aircraft, it was embracing a new era of long-haul connectivity, increased passenger capacity, and unparalleled range. The aircraft's distinctive hump, housing the upper deck, quickly became a recognizable sight in airports around the world, and passengers came to associate that silhouette with the promise of faraway destinations and high standards of comfort. Throughout the decades, KLM operated several variants of the Boeing 747, including the -200, -300, and the much-improved 747-400. Each model brought with it refinements in technology, efficiency, and passenger experience. The 747-400, introduced into the KLM fleet in the late 1980s, was perhaps the most iconic of them all. With its extended range, advanced avionics, and quieter engines, it became a favorite among pilots and passengers alike. KLM's distinctive blue livery wrapped around the massive fuselage gave the aircraft a sleek, modern appearance while still nodding to the airline's rich heritage. The airline used the 747s on some of its longest and most important routes, connecting Amsterdam Schiphol Airport to cities in Asia, North America, South America, and Africa. Whether flying to Tokyo, New York, Johannesburg, or Sao Paulo, the 747 provided the comfort and reliability that passengers expected from KLM. The upper deck often housed the world business class, offering an exclusive and quiet space that enhanced the long-haul experience. One of the things that set KLM 747s apart was the care and attention to detail in service. Flight attendants provided a warm and distinctly Dutch touch, blending efficiency with hospitality. Passengers appreciated the airline's consistency and its ability to deliver high standards across the globe. The 747s were not just tools of transportation, they were flying ambassadors of Dutch excellence and global connection. Over time, however, the aviation industry began to shift. Twin-engine aircraft like the Boeing 777 and Airbus A350 offered similar range and capacity with improved fuel efficiency and lower operational costs. Gradually, the economic argument for four-engine aircraft like the 747 weakened. Environmental concerns and rising fuel prices accelerated the need for more sustainable fleets. Even so, KLM held onto its 747s longer than many other airlines, a testament to their value and the deep connection they had with both staff and passengers. The global pandemic in 2020 brought sudden and dramatic changes to air travel. Faced with plummeting demand and uncertain recovery timelines, KLM made the difficult decision to retire its Boeing 747s earlier than planned. In March 2020, the last passenger flight operated by a KLM 747 landed in Amsterdam, marking the end of nearly 50 years of 747 service with the airline. The emotional farewell resonated deeply with aviation enthusiasts, employees, and travelers who had come to love the aircraft. For many, the 747 was not just a machine but a memory maker, a vessel of adventures, reunions, and dreams fulfilled. KLM organized special farewell flights for fans and staff to say goodbye. These events quickly sold out, underscoring the aircraft's powerful legacy. Cameras lined the runway as aviation lovers watched the mighty aircraft take off for the last time under the KLM banner. The retirement did not mark a complete disappearance. A few 747s were repurposed for cargo, helping transport essential goods during the pandemic. But the iconic blue jumbos that once carried millions across continents now live on mainly in photos, videos, and the memories of those lucky enough to fly on them. Pilots who flew the aircraft recall its power and responsiveness. Engineers admired its robust design and reliability. Cabin crew shared stories of long-haul camaraderie and unforgettable passenger interactions. And travelers, whether flying for business or pleasure, remembered looking out of the window of the upper deck or walking down the long aisles, marveling at the size and grace of the plane. The Boeing 747 helped shape the global network we take for granted today. And for KLM, it was much more than just a plane. It was a loyal companion in their mission to connect the world. Its departure marks the end of an era but also highlights the beginning of a new chapter, one that continues KLM's legacy of innovation and care, just with quieter engines and a lighter environmental footprint. The Boeing 747 may have left the fleet, but it will forever be part of KLM's soul in the hearts of those it carried through the skies. We'll see you next video.